Hello friends, how are you? Bonjour les amis, comment ça va? आदाब, सलाम, सत श्री अकाल, कैसे हैं आप लोग? Today's video is about the job opportunities for university graduates in Canada. In this video, I will provide you some information about what are the sectors where you can get in after graduation from the university. In that graduation includes BSc, honors, or masters, or a PhD. And also, I'll explain to you what kind of salaries you can expect when you enter into your job market. In terms of calculating the average salary or approximate salary for each profession or each sector, I have excluded some outlier professions, for example, dentistry or lawyers or medical doctor or specialist surgeons. So those are special groups and their salaries are not comparable with other salaries. So we here classify the job into four or five main sectors. The first sector is academics, where a person with a PhD or a master's degree can start as a lecturer or assistant professor and then grows within that sector, does research, teach students, and then becomes a full professor within 10 to 12 years time period. Second sector, it could be government, it could be federal government, provincial government, crown corporations, or even the city government. So that's another sector where university graduates can get a job. A third sector is engineering and consulting sector, where high-tech professionals can go into engineering research and development firms or going into the production of engineering side, and also the people with the business or business background or science background can work as a consultant for in a company like Deloitte or PricewaterhouseCooper or Accenture, etc., etc. Another sector is about banking and insurance. So there's another way graduates can get jobs into banking and insurance sector that includes commercial bank, insurance companies, state bank, and the fifth sector is international organizations where graduates go and work in different fields. Here are the salaries in different sectors. In the academics, a fresh graduate with a PhD degree or a master's degree can expect about 90 to $100,000 a year. Whereas with the 5 years experience, when the person moves up in the career, he can expect about 120 to $130,000 a year. And when the person gets to a peak of his career, about 10 plus years of experience, the salary structure is around 140 to $190,000 per year, and these are in Canadian dollars. In the government, there are starting salaries for young graduates is around 60,000. If a person has a PhD, maybe he can start from 75,000. But within 5 years, the person should expect to reach to a 95,000 to 115,000 range. And in 10 years, the person reaches at the peak of the career, can expect around 130 to 160,000. But salaries could be much higher than that, depending upon what position the person is at in the government with the 10 years of experience. In the consulting or engineering, the starting salary ranges between 70,000 to $75,000 per year. With 5 years experience, a person is should be expecting around 100,000 to 120,000 a year. And with 10 years experience, when the person is reaching at the peak of its career, he should be expecting around 130 to $160,000. However, you should know that I've excluded some professions, like a person can become a CEO or becomes a president of the company, or so the salaries could be in millions. So I've excluded all those outlier professions. In the banking and insurance, the starting salary is a little bit lower because of the banking nature, but
Some banks do offer higher salary than what I have written here. So on average, about $55,000 to $65,000 is being offered to new graduates with a BSc or BA degree or a MA degree. However, if the person has a PhD and if a bank needs that person with that skill, then the salary could be much higher, could be 80 to $100,000. So with 5 years experience in the banking and insurance sector, the salary range reaches around 80 to 90,000, and it could be 100 to 120,000 with 10 plus years of experience. International organizations like World Bank, IMF, United Nations, UNESCO, or other international organizations, they offer good salaries with a range depend on what is the level of experience the person has and what is the qualification the person has. But the one attraction in international organization is that their salaries are tax-free and are paid in US dollars.
Academic sector consists of colleges and universities. Colleges are mainly teaching institutions where a lecturer's main responsibility is to teach courses and very research is expected from the academic staff. However, universities are also of two types. One is where there's mainly the job requirement is to teach a number of courses, maybe four courses per term, and the other universities are research universities. Those are universities with a master's program. So there are two types of universities. One, teaching universities offer mainly undergraduate program, and the other one, research universities offer master's and PhD program. So in these universities where you are teaching requirement, so no research is expected, but then growth is slow in those universities for academic staff. However, if the person gets a job into a research university, then he has to teach university students at undergraduate level or at a master's level, or even may have to supervise students for a PhD level. But then the growth is fast. He has to publish his work into a journal, and that's how he grows. So the salaries are much higher in research universities compared to teaching universities or colleges. To enter into the government sector, academic requirements are normally BSc or a master's degree, but a PhD is also work for the government. However, the salaries are less for PhD graduates in the government compared to in the academic sector. The procedure for government hiring is very simple. At the federal level, all federal departments, they let the Federal Public Service Commission know about number of jobs available in their department, and then those jobs are advertised onto the government job website, and you can see on the screen here. The website is www.jobs.gc.ca. Excuse me. And the students they apply for against those jobs, and they are invited for to write a test. And once they complete and pass the test, they are invited for interviews, and after that they are offered a job. At the federal and also at the provincial and crown corporation level, jobs are also available for experienced people with a couple of years of experience. So those jobs are also advertised on the same job websites, and candidates can click on the website, apply for the jobs. However, the procedure remains the same: written test, write the test, pass the test, get an interview, perform in the interview, and get a job offer. The hiring procedure at the consulting firms or in the private firms or engineering sector, banking or insurance is very simple. Universities and colleges they arrange job fairs at their premises, and these firms they go there and represent themselves. Students who go to attend the job fair make the first connection with these departments or with these firms, and learn about the job opportunities and apply for the jobs. Once they apply, they're normally invited for interview, and after the interview, they get a job offer. One question that's been asked by many applicants is about the French requirement, especially if they're applying for the government jobs. So here, my advice to them is that French is an asset. It should not be the requirement. So if you don't know French, still apply for government jobs, because in the government, when you enter in the job, French training is provided at no cost. So the government offers you free time to learn French, offer you 3 days a week, or sometimes 2 days a week, or sometimes, if it is a requirement, even full time training for French. And that's how you can improve French. So, French is an asset, it is not a requirement to enter and work into the government. Okay, so that's all about the opportunities for young graduates in Canada. I hope you like this video, and if you like it, please subscribe it my channel, and also give a thumb up. So we'll see you next time, next week, with a new video. Have a good day.